It was the Greek philosopher Socrates that said, an unexamined life is not worth living. We should examine why we're here. What are we doing on this planet? Man, from the beginning of time, has always had these big questions. Why is there something rather than nothing? What becomes of me after I die? You can kind of reduce these questions into four primary or essential questions that are common through all culture and all societies throughout history. I use the metaphor of a hand, because the first big question is origin or beginning. How did everything start? Some would suggest there was a big bang, a big explosion, and out of that, over billions of years, we would have what we have today. Others might say that it's all illusion. This isn't real. And then there's also the idea that it was designed and created by an all-powerful being. This leads to the second question, and that is meaning or purpose. Does life have ultimate meaning or purpose? Or is it eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die? Or is there some transcendent value that we should achieve on our life on this planet? And these fingers are connected, and so too, these kind of questions are connected to each other. What we think of the origin is affect meaning, and meaning is going to affect morality. And this leads to the third big question, and that is code of conduct. How should I live my life? In some cultures, it's wrong to eat animals. Or vengeance might be looked as a virtue. Or a man might be lawfully entitled to have 4 or 5 wives. What determines this code of conduct? And the fourth question, often the most important question, is destiny. What happens after we die? Well, there's 3 primary responses to this. What happens when we die? The first one is nothing, or what an atheist might call annihilation. That nothing survives, not personality, there's no soul. And as my atheist friend would say, it's like turning off a TV and everything is over. The second response might be that when we die, it's reincarnation. We come back again on a wheel of karma, back again and back again. And the third would be that there's a coming judgment when we die, and that there's a heaven or there's a hell. Well, how do we know which of these may be true or right? Because these are very important questions. The critical issue, I believe, is the thumb, which is the source of authority. This is going to give the answer to life's origin, meaning, morality, and destiny. What do I mean by source of authority? By source of authority, I mean it doesn't have to be a book, but it could be a book like, let's say, the Quran for the Muslims. It could be a Book of Mormon for Mormons, or the Bhagavad Gita for a Hindu. Or you could go in modern times, a Scientologist would look to the Book of Dianetics. But the source of authority will influence and determine these major questions. Now, somebody might say, well, I don't have a book of authority. I don't believe in religion. I don't have a philosophy. I just feel what I feel. Well, in that case, they are their source of authority, which may be the worst of all. Now, some have suggested to me that, well, if I'm just sincere at what I believe, that's all that really matters. But sincerity does not equal truth, and truth does not equal sincerity. I can sincerely believe that I could go out and jump off a bridge and fly, but it's not going to happen. The law of gravity is going to overcome my sincerity that I can fly. So we must check out our source of authority. I would suggest that the Bible offers us the best explanation and answer to these 4 primary questions: origin, meaning, morality, and destiny.